Hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. This is my preview for Arsenal versus Olympiacos in the Europa League, Thursday night at the Emirates Stadium, 8 o'clock UK time. Now, it's that time again on a Thursday night where we are back to Europa League action, and this time it is the second leg. Now, what do we know about Arsenal at the moment? Well, Arsenal at the moment, last time out in the Premier League, Arsenal won 3-2 against Everton. And in that game, we was let down by defending set pieces. And that's how we conceded the 2 goals. We wasn't really beaten, in open play that much in terms of goal-wise. But yeah, it was set pieces that let us down in terms of our defending. We had 2 iconic Thierry Henry goals by 2 players. Eddie Nketiah with the first goal for Arsenal, and it was assisted by Bukayo Saka. And then the second goal by Arsenal was by none other Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and it was assisted by David Luiz. And then the third goal came from Aubameyang again with a header, and it was assisted by Nicolas Pepe. The 2 goals from Everton came from Calvert-Lewin and Rich Larsson. And in that last 20 minutes of that game was absolute nail-biting stuff, and I actually thought that was going to lose that game. The added minutes came up for 5 added minutes. I was like, oh my God, please just let this game end. I want the 3 points. But Arsenal came away with the win against Everton. We are now 9th in the Premier League table. We are 4 points behind that 5th spot, if, that 5th spot is going to be a Champions League spot. And then we are 7 points behind from 4th spot. So at the moment, Arsenal in the Premier League, we need to pick up more wins, and hopefully if we pick up more wins and be more consistent, we might actually get up that table to that 5th spot. Now, last week in the Europa League, Arsenal travelled to Greece to go and play the first leg against Olympiacos away from home, and that game wasn't an overall great performance for Arsenal. It wasn't. In the opening 5 minutes of that game against Olympiacos, we should have been 2-0 down. They had chances, but they never took them. Arsenal also had chances in that game and never really took them. And then obviously, Arsenal came away with a 1-0 win against Olympiacos away from home. And we got the away goal, and that was courtesy of Alexander Lacazette. He had a really poor 89 minutes in that game, but when it mattered, he stepped up and took the goal. Now, what Arsenal need to do in this game at the Emirates, we need to get the job done. I just want us to get the job done. I don't care if it's going to be a 1-0 or whatever, but let's just get the job done. Get it out of the way and get into the next round. What do we know about Olympiacos? Well, actually, Olympiacos are actually still currently unbeaten in the Super League of Greece. And they've won, in the last 25 games, they've won 19, drew 6 and lost none. Now, Olympiacos in this game, they have got a player suspended. It's one of their centre-backs. So he will not be able to play in this game. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, he's been suspended. Now, I reckon that to win this game for Olympiacos, they need to score 2 goals to win. Now, if Arsenal play the way they did in that first leg in the opening 5-10 minutes, then Olympiacos will get the 2 goals. But it's going to be tough for Arsenal anyway. If Olympiacos do get a draw, Arsenal will go through on the away goal. Now, I reckon that in this game, that Olympiacos, they will be quite confident in getting a result at the Emirates because, in the past, they have got a result at the Emirates before. The last time they won at the Emirates was when we was in the Champions League, and it was on the 29th of September 2015 where Arsenal lost 3-2 at home. So, yeah, they have beaten us in the past. And they will be very, very confident, to get a result. This will be a tough game, very, very tough game for Arsenal. And, we just need to keep our composure, keep our focus. The mentality needs to be right, is to go out there and get the job done. I reckon that Arteta will take this game very, very seriously. He proved it in the first leg. He went with the best goalkeeper. The majority of the players were Premier League players. And I think he will do the same for the majority of this competition. So with that said, I'm going to get into my predicted lineup for this game. So starting off in goal is going to be Bernd Leno. Against Everton, I think he could have done better with their second goal. But apart from that, he made some really, really good critical saves in that game to keep us in it. And I've said it before, he's an underrated goalkeeper in the Premier League. And I think in terms of the current form that he's got, he will be the third best goalkeeper in the league. I think if you put a better defence in front of him, he could be number one. So I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. We're going to go to the defensive area, the flat four. First off, right back, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. Defensively against Everton, he wasn't that great. Kept getting get past quite a lot in certain patches, but I think he just needs to get his pace up again. I think he's maybe a yard off the pace at the moment. So he needs to tighten that up. And, you know, that's all down to his injury. But he's been doing okay, so I'm going to go with Bellerin. Playing at left back is going to be Bukayo Saka. For me, Bukayo Saka, he's got no choice but to go in there because Kolasinac came on against Everton and, he got taken off because of a shoulder injury. But he didn't really need to go in the way he did. But Bukayo Saka came on, made an impact against Everton, got the assist for Nketiah's goal, and that's 10 assists now this season. And he's really showing Mesut Ozil at the minute how to assist goals at left back. But I'm hoping he'll put in another good, decent performance. So I'll go with Saka. Playing as the two centre-halves. First off, I'm going to go with Mustafi. I thought Mustafi, again, had another good game against Everton. He was better out of him and Luiz, I believe, out of that game. Was a bit better. He had a slow start to the Everton game, but as the game went on, he slowly got into it. So I want more of the same, so I'm going to go with Mustafi. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with David Luiz. Great assist against Everton for Aubameyang's goal. Great assist to pass straight through the midfield and through the defence. And he tracked Aubameyang's run top well. So I want more of the same. Maybe he could have defended a bit better against Calvin Lewis's goal. And he could have done a bit of defending against Richarlison's goal as well. But I'm going to go with David Luiz. We're going to go to the midfield pivot. First off, I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos. I thought Dani Ceballos against Everton had another good game. He was ticking the midfield over as well. You know, he was creating the ball to Mesut Ozil. And he was tracking back as well and defending well. So I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. I think Granit Xhaka had another solid performance against Everton. Kept the midfield ticking over. And there's nothing more I can say. I want more of the same in this game. So I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. We're going to go to the attacking area, the three that sit in front. First off, out on the right, I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. I think Nicolas Pepe needs to play. Every week, he needs to play because he's a threat to everyone. Because of his pace. His directness, when he cuts inside, his trickery, he's a threat to anyone. And I think over time, the more games he gets, the more Pepe is going to improve as a player. So I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. Playing that on that left-hand side, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang has now got 17 goals in the league. He is joint top scorer with Jamie Vardy in the league. And I still reckon he's going to get the Golden Boot this season. I still think he will. And great goal against Everton for the first goal that he scored. Iconically to Thierry Henry. Watching Aubameyang against Everton was like watching Thierry Henry all over again. And Arsenal need to hang on to him. So I want more of the same. I'm going to go with Aubameyang. Playing in that number 10 role, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Against Everton, he was very quiet. Did have a quiet game. Did make some really good passes as well. But I've got no problem that he will do a good job in this game. So I'm going with Mesut Ozil. Playing up front as the leading striker, I'm going to go with Alexander Lacazette. He got the goal against Olympiacos away from home. Got the important away goal. Against Everton, he didn't really have that much of a look in, to be honest. He was on the bench if needed, but I've got no doubt he will start in this game. So I'm going to go with Lacazette. So guys, there you have it. That has been my preview. That has been my predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments box, as always. Do you agree or do you disagree? What you would keep, what you change, and your predicted score. My predicted score for this game, it's going to be tough, but I reckon Arsenal will win by 2-1. Guys, if you are new around here, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Make sure you are smashing a like on this video and making sure you are leaving your comments below. Guys, until my players' ratings after the game, I will see you lot soon. I am out of here.